What's up everyone, Jason from Thin Line Defense. Today we're going to be diving back into the world of micro pistol red dots. Today we'll be looking at the Holosun EPS and EPS Carry, and this video is going to be a review and a comparison of the two red dots. Let's get into it. Now, this is the 5th video in our series. Our current rankings are as follows. In first place with its feature-rich options and sturdy construction is the Ride-On MPRD Gen 2. Second place with its robust construction and various brightness settings to include night vision is the Trijicon RMSc. Third place with its nice form factor and absolute budget-friendly price is the Primary Arms Classic Series Micro Red Dot. Finally, in fourth place with its great auto brightness and great form factor is the Crimson Trace Micro Rad. Now, I do want to be clear here and highlight that this list is purely subjective and this is my list. Yours will probably be different. And as a reminder, there are 5 main areas that we are going to cover as we go through this review. First, we'll look at installation. Next, we'll look at the form factor. Third, we'll take a look at the glass. Fourth, illumination. Now, they do claim that the EPS and the EPS Carry have night vision capabilities, so we'll see them in those conditions as well. And the last thing is the all-encompassing additional features. But since this is my first foray into Holosun, let's dig into them a little bit as a company. Holosun has been around since 2013, bringing innovation to a market that seems to have been stale for the 10 years prior to them entering it. They brought so many innovative ideas to market, it's a little overwhelming. And unlike some other companies out there, Leopold, excuse me, they like taking the good of their product, trying to make it better. Some of their innovations include the 100,000 hour battery life, the solar fail-safe technology, and their awesome multi-reticle system, or MRS. And that MRS is definitely one of my favorite innovations that they've brought to the market. Now, people knock these guys because they're not battle-proven, whatever that means. I've been issued some legit optics in my career that I've absolutely loved, like the Aimpoint Comp M4. And I've been issued some hot garbage over the years, like the EOTech XPS2. My point, don't buy into the mil-spec stuff or battle-proven, unless that's the #1 thing that you need. And if you're not some contracting officer buying for the entire department or the agency, yeah, you probably don't need that. Now, that also means that just because something or someone wasn't awarded some Army contract, it's junk. It also means that there's innovation out there in the community that's not being ignored sometimes, like it is with the Aimpoint T2. Seriously, Aimpoint, if you're watching, 3 words, shake to wake. For those that followed our SHOT Show 23 coverage of Holosun, you saw actual innovation, where Trijicon and Aimpoint slapped a new color on something for the fanboys. I swear I'm expecting Steve Jobs to appear at one of these Trijicon events one of these days. What do you mean he's dead? 2011? Now, we've had numerous folks tell us this. What you saw at SHOT Show 2023 brought nothing innovative-wise from the battle-proven companies, while Holosun was bringing even greater innovations to market. The whole thing's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. But all right, let's get on with the unboxing. And just to save some time, I'll show the unboxing of one of the optics, not both of them, and then talk about what differences there might be between the two. EPS. Okay. Warranty activation card. User manual's wrapped up. Notices. Different models. This is the EPS. EPS Carry's already on my other pistol. Objective lens. Features. This is kind of cool, all the configurations that they have. Battery 1620, yada yada yada. Cleaning cloth, I like those. Silica gel, let's get rid of that. Actual optic. So, no channel on the back of this one like there is with the EPS Carry. Still a really low deck height. Screws. More than one? Oh, look at that. What's in here? Okay, so this is the RMR to the K footprint adapter. Little tool. All right, so the only difference, the EPS comes with an RMR to a K footprint adapter, and the EPS Carry comes with an RMSc to K footprint adapter. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. The K footprint is the RMSc footprint, and you'd be terribly wrong. Now, I don't fault you. You're probably from Mississippi, and you probably don't read too good. We'll take a quick break and show the difference. On the left, we have the IWI Masada Slim with an optic cut that would allow the K footprint. And on the right is the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus with an RMSc optic cut. The two rear recoil lugs are what make this optic cut not compatible with the K footprint. Now, you could probably get a little file and just file those two recoil lugs down so you don't need an adapter, but why would you do that if this comes with an adapter? All right, enough about that. Let's just get on with the installation of these. For the EPS Carry, I'm going to install it on my IWI Masada Slim. And for two reasons. One, it's my favorite EDC pistol right now, and two, I don't need an adapter for that. The EPS will get installed on my custom Glock 21 using the included RMR to K footprint adapter. Installation on these is pretty straightforward, even with the included adapter, nothing special here. The optic fits in the space easily, and it just comes off looking really nice. For the EPS, I think it is too small for these full-size builds. Yeah, it fits, it just looks a little weird in my opinion, which apparently you care about because you're here. But for installation overall, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. If these were already in the RMSc footprint, it'd probably be 5 stars. All right, our next area is the form factor. The EPS and EPS Carry are enclosed pistol sights. Oh, wait a minute, that's what EPS stands for? I really like the look of them, and I see several Holosun optic designs at play here. It's like they took the rear sight channel from the 407K, the general footprint of the 508, and the big side buttons of the 509. Put that all together and you get an absolutely fantastic looking pistol sight that is slowly becoming the EDC option for folks everywhere. But like I said before, Holosun takes products that are already good and tries to make them better. The EPS features the lowest deck height of all Holosun optics we mentioned already. This means you can co-witness with standard height iron sights no problem. This is just a great looking optic that anyone should want on their gun. You have 7075 anodized aluminum with great waterproofing. Now, take the industry standard mailbox optic, the Aimpoint Acro P2. The EPS is smaller in every dimension when compared to the Acro. But the EPS window is wider and it's the same height as the Acro. Now, it isn't as waterproof as the Acro. So if you're scuba diving with your pistol, you probably want the Acro. And you probably want to reevaluate your life choices. Other than that one feature, the Holosun EPS is better in every measurable. And for form factor, this is going to get 5 stars. Now, before we get into the illumination features, let's take a look at the glass. The EPS and EPS Carry have great glass clarity. And the included spherical glass lens means you get no noticeable distortion when looking through this thing, especially at the edges where a lot of folks look to find fault. And unlike the Trijicon MRO, you don't have to worry about parallax here. You're welcome, Walsh. I'd venture a guess that anyone looking through one of these things is going to be hard pressed to try to find a fault with it. This is some of the best glass I've seen on a pistol optic, with the possible exception of the Trijicon RMR CC. But the MSRP of that is like double what these are, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. So with all that being said, I will give the Holosun EPS line 4 stars with regards to glass and glass clarity. All right, next up is illumination. The EPS and EPS Carry have 12 illumination settings total. That includes 8 daylight settings and 4 night vision settings. And the night vision settings work great with either the EPS or the EPS Carry. Being able to have a few to choose from means you can really dial in what would be best for you, whatever mission you're running at night. Now, I don't have one here to show you, but there is an EPS out there that has a solar failsafe. This allows the EPS or the EPS carry to switch to auto brightness mode. Now, with the EPS or the EPS carries that have the Holosun solar failsafe, when you switch over to manual illumination on those ones, you still only have the 12 brightness settings. But those 12 brightness settings is better than the 10 settings you get with the Aimpoint mailbox. With that, the Holosun EPS series gets 5 stars with regards to illumination. All right, next let's get into additional features. And the biggest one to touch on is the absolutely awesome Holosun Shake to Wake technology. Having that on your carry optic means you never have to worry about this thing dying on you. The Shake to Wake also turns the optic on at the last setting you had it on. Now, this could bite you in the butt, I guess, if you have it set too bright for a daytime mission and then you throw your NVs on and it blinds you. But those issues are probably for a very small group of people out there. Be responsible, pick a standard middle of the road illumination setting, you should be fine. Now, another little tidbit that I thought was kind of cool. The EPS footprint is a modification of the Shield RMS and SMS mounting standard. You know what else is? The Leupold Delta Point Pro footprint. I've even seen some pics of folks on our Discord that have the EPS on their Walther PDPs. You don't really need an adapter plate per se, but a plate to kind of fill the gaps that the Delta Point Pro footprint would take up. Really, the only other thing to mention are the options you get to choose from if you decide to pick out one of these things. You can choose between the EPS or the EPS carry, a red or a green dot. Then you could choose a 2 MOA dot, 6 MOA dot, or the MRS, which is a 2 MOA dot and a 32 MOA circle. But that's it for the additional features I can think of, so let's get into the pros and cons. And for my first big pro, it's gotta be the awesome form factor. Having a carry optic that you can rely on and is short enough that you can co-witness with your irons is awesome, especially for an enclosed optic. The rear notch makes it even easier to use your iron sights also. Now, maybe that's not as important to some of you out there, but it is to me. For my next big pro, it's the features that you can choose from. Solar failsafe, different color dots, different dot sizes, even the different reticles with the MRS option. These optics give you so many options that you can choose from when purchasing, including all the illumination options. Not just manual settings, but also having the ability to have auto illumination with the solar failsafe if that's your jam. Then you have the night vision capability, and you see why these optics are climbing the ladder of EDC pistol optics. Another pro, the Shake to Wake feature. Look, it's 2023. Why this isn't a feature everywhere is still a mystery to me. Like Sasquatch or Area 51. And I think that mystery ties into my first con, and that is, why are these sold out everywhere? No, seriously, I don't hate anything about these optics. Maybe offer them in the RMSc footprint instead of the K footprint, but that's really it with regards to cons. These things seem to be unicorns, so if you're interested in getting one, buy it as soon as you see it available. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Final thoughts? Whether getting the EPS or the EPS carry, you will not be disappointed with your choice. The feature-rich design choices really make these optics stand out amongst the competition. And all of that is why the EPS series of optics will be taking the top spot in our rankings. And seeing what else the market has, I think we're going to be hard-pressed to find a better EDC optic than these ones. But with that, folks, I'm going to sign off. I want to say thank you to our Patreons and our YouTube members. You guys make all of this possible, and we really appreciate the support that you constantly show our channel. And thanks to everyone that likes, comments, and subscribes. Comment down below, let me know what you think of the EPS series of optics. All right, guys, I'm out.